be really keen to know how your technology stack is mapped out, because you guys have got a lot of moving parts, and what I think is really impressive is there's a lot of stuff that will go from here, like the technical writing is here. Now, what are we doing with it? Where is it going? How do we make it more concise? How do we make it effective? And also, I think what you're really good at is how do we get it where it needs to be. So just talk us through your technology stack for a minute.
Yeah, so basically what we did was in ServiceNow, we used their CMDB backend, and we basically fed it. We just gave it a lot of data. We know when you call us, we know what channel you belong to. If it's an IoT component, we're basically trying to front load the system with as much information as possible. Once we have that information, what we did is we took all of the backend systems, our support documentation, older ways, and insanely complex Excel files, and just made them very condensed, created synopsises around it, right? So if you call in, now our advisor doesn't have to go find out, hey, update the firmware 3 versions back. It just loads. It says, hey, you're 3 versions back. 3 versions ago, we fixed this. 2 versions ago, we fixed this and this. And 1 version ago fixes your problem, right? So again, moving that information closer to the IoT. The next thing we did with AIRe-Link is we integrated it completely. So we're actually in the process of deploying an AR app on ServiceNow in the store, so that anyone who's on ServiceNow will be able to pull it down and use it. And what happens now is it's seamless. If we get to a point where we need a virtual eyes on site, so it's like that little angel on your shoulder there. We kind of get on site, and it's all seamless. You click a button, it prompts you for a number or an email. We put it in, and then boom, the session is right within ServiceNow. Again, we're in the business of minutes, so we managed to capture 2 minutes there, 3 minutes on the IoT data, having all the manuals. If you need a service manual or you need a firmware file, it's all right in the telemetry panel within ServiceNow. And then when it's all said and done, what we're doing with AIRe-Link now is we're taking that session, we're embedding it into the ticket, because we're in many spaces, right? Industrial print, for example, in our space is very different than the traditional customer hospital. Industrial print is a device that's just designed to print money. So it's literally, if it's running, it's making money. If it's not making money. But we want to create it. We decided to create value around the AIRe-Link session, in that if you were to pay for a service call, and we handled it virtually, right? A virtual service visit is what we call it. Now, whatever we did with you, you have that ticket that you can click on that session and just go back and, how did we do it last time? Maybe I can do it. And we want to encourage that, right? So instead of being like, no, we want to get on the phone with you again. No, we want you to fall in love with our product. That's what we want you to do. We want your loyalty. And if that means creating services that in the short term seem, penny wise, pound foolish, right? Oh, you're really going to put that session there instead of having them call a year later? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And it's at their discretion. So that's how we've stacked everything. The last thing that we did was, for me, so we have a multitude of platforms that we launch ServiceNow Mobile, so that, again, they can scan a barcode, another minute there from typing, right, a serial number, or bungling that, right, like messing that up. And then on top of that, we integrated our training. So now when someone calls in, we know who we're dealing with, and our advisors know to adjust accordingly. Hey, this guy has 0 experience, no training at all. We're going to do more hand holding and kind of bring them along, as opposed to someone who's really experienced. We jump right to them. Okay, I see you're having this. This is how you solve that. And you get to get those guys quickly off the phone. So we've woven a bunch of systems together to basically reclaim something like 10 minutes per call. And last but not least, so you were just talking about AI, right? So one of the things that we're pursuing now is the post-call summary with Gen AI. So we basically give every advisor 3 minutes to wrap up a call, right? So they're done, put their notes in, put all that. What we're looking to Gen AI is to reclaim those three 3 minutes in every single call, and then multiply that times 25,000, right? So that should tell you the type of dollars, or it's dollars, but really more productivity, right? So the productivity represents the dollars, if that makes sense.
Well, the really interesting thing I see there as well. Look, I love the phrase we're in the business of minutes. And I couldn't agree more. I've referenced similar things, probably not quite got your panache, Izzy, but I've referenced it in a similar way many times. Where is the economy of scale of these small wins, these iterative wins? Okay, hopefully you found that really useful as a service leader. That's what our purpose here is to try and help you as a service leader be the best that you can. That's why we've got a library over 600 hours worth of content. That's why I'm always speaking to some of the best people, the smartest people in the industry. Now, the great news is you can access all of that content. We normally just charge £45 a month or £450 a year, but we're so confident in the value that we provide, we actually offer a trial for anyone that's new to field service news, and that is just £9. So if you're in the States, it's roughly $11, $12 at the moment. That's what? A couple of cups of coffee. That will give you 1 month of full access. All 600 hours of content, white papers, research, great conversations like these. Plus, it gives you access to the Field Service News Service Leaders courses, which is over 70 courses designed to help you as a service leader. Now, if you want to take advantage of this, do so quickly, because we only do these offers every now and then, because we can only accept a certain volume of members before we have to kind of make sure everyone's onboarded correctly. So the button down below will say unlock with FSN PRO. Okay, that's the button you click. You'll see a code just beneath that. Click that, take that code with you. The page will open into a new page, and you just pop that code just below, at the bottom, just below the payment section. That'll reduce your price down to £9. You can cancel at any time. So if it's not right for you, and I'll be honest, it usually is, and most people do continue on to have the full membership. But if it's not right for you, that's fine. You can cancel, and you've still got that access. You can still download everything theoretically, but most people find that because we're adding new content every month, it's a hugely valuable service. So take a look below, take advantage of this opportunity right now, and be the best service leader you can. Okay, take care.